Hello. So, yes, this is, yeah, the last video. Yeah. The issue is, I suppose, the most important thing from the other videos we talk about now is the tools that we have. All of us have different tools. As I said in the last video, could I have gone through what Rob has gone through? Well, 10 years ago, could I have gone through what he's gone through? No. No. It would have affected me very, very different because I don't have the tools to go through that because it wasn't what I had to go through. It's about what he had to go through. See, he's got the tools for that. I don't. So, okay. It is about understanding that different people have different tools to go through different things. So, okay, years ago, about 10 years ago, just over 10 years ago, probably, I understood. If I lost Molly, Chewy, and Lucy, if all those three died pretty quickly, could have destroyed me completely. I knew that. I knew that. That's why I kept one of Lucy's pups when she couldn't have any more pups. I kept one. I kept one of Molly's pups when she couldn't have any more. Well, yeah, I kept one, and another one that went to someone else came back, so I kept that one as well. And that was a plan because, yeah, I knew. Unless I had, the pups from them and the grandpups from, of those dogs to take care of about, then losing them would completely knacker me. I knew that. I understood that. They were my only family that I've ever had, so I knew that. I knew that it would hurt me so bad. Oh, yes, I understood that. But other people lose dogs, and it would never destroy them. It's painful for them, but it could never destroy them. But for me, yeah, of course. Because I'm different, and the tools that I have is different. What I can go through is different. Well, what I could go through then was different. What I can go through now is completely different than 10 years ago. Because I'm stronger now than I was then. A lot stronger now than I was then. But that's why it's about understanding that when you say, okay, what that other person went through, if I go through that, it wouldn't hurt me so bad as it hurt them. Well, in a way, you're right. Because the tools you got means maybe you can go through that and it won't hurt you so much because you've got more tools than the other person has to go through that. But if you had the same tools that the other person had, when they went through that, it would hurt you exactly the same as it hurt them. And all of that is important. All of that is important to understand. Because when you understand all of that, well, then you're in a position you know, of understanding that we can be different. And yeah, we can all be wrong in different ways, and we can all cope with things differently. But we don't judge others. And the reason we don't judge others is because, yeah, we're not stupid enough to think that we could go through what they could go through. And again, what they've gone through has affected them differently. So therefore, to judge someone, you have to understand all of that and so much more to really judge someone. And that's why it's never our job to do that. So again, even though sometimes when I'm talking and doing a video, it could sound like I'm judging someone. No. There's never judgment at all. Never. Because again, even like from people like Carly, I understand. I don't know her life, not really. But I know that she's a young lady who's been in church. And of course, she comes across that she was probably slightly middle class. Being slightly middle class, it would be more likely she would be churchy as a result of that. Well, as I say, but really, I don't know. But her decision making is her decision making because of the tools that she has available. I have a lot more tools available than she does. Now, again, part of my frustration with her is that had she not have dealt with things as she did, then maybe we could have been friends and I could have gave her more tools to use and it could have helped her. Because that's the point. When you've got more tools than someone else, it's about you helping them, to have the tools that you have to make better decisions. And yeah, but as I say, look at that fat belly in that doggy. Christmas dinner for the pups, yes. But all of that, I do miss that. Having puppies and them having Christmas dinner, even though these two, Bambini and Saul, they have Christmas dinner. But it used to be brilliant that when we had pups at Christmas, they would have this. Yeah. It was great for them to have their big fat bellies and they would sleep one afterwards. It was a treat for them. Yeah. Of course, they never understood Christmas, but what they understood is that they had a good meal. Well, there you go. And they were all very excited about having the meal. But again, what tools did they have available to understand? And that's why, again, when you're training a dog, you have to understand the tools that they have available. If I'm training a collie, I know when I'm training a collie, it's different than training a German Shepherd because the jobs they do is different. So therefore, the tools they have in their nature, their brain, is different. With Saul, if I'm walking, I can tell him to go stand, to walk, back from me. So behind me. I can tell him to do that and he will do it. With Bambi, no chance at all. No, I can tell him to do it, he won't do it. No. If I tell him to come, that if we go outside and he's not on lead, he just runs. If I tell him to stop because of the road, he will stop eventually, but I have to shout more for him. And so, with Saul, I just say, behind me, get behind, straight away, he's behind. If I say